know we have that one on the cells, but it also has a video attached to it.
Well,
Um,
pull the article up and let's see what happens differently. And
okay.
then we'll
Well,
go
can I
into.
get the links sent out? Well,
Yeah, yeah.
before I do that?
Well, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Eric, just all you had to do was get up and let him out. He's making it, the potatoes and that now. I told you it was going to be late. He's going to bring it down or you're going up. He's going to call you.
I had it
Anyway,
muted for a few minutes. So, I had it muted.
anyway, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me get these links shared out.
Yeah, so
We'll pull
while
that
you're
up
sharing,
really quick
yeah,
and go over the article.
we'll go over, we'll see how many people tune in for the chit chat, or do they want the news, or you know what what's up with whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to share the stupid stuff that everybody gets to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So are we live? We're
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, we're live. Right
Okay.
now there's only a bot in
All right.
there.
Okay, so today is Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 7:03 p.m. Crazy B and I are both recovering, not alcoholics or addicts, but sick people, which we'll talk about coming up shortly. In the meantime, we're going to review, or I'm going to read one of our articles that we're going to be covering this evening, while I still have somewhat of a voice.
Yeah, it's not
And I
really
guess,
so much of an article as it is an X post. Um,
oh, okay,
so
that's cool. Whatever. It's got to be read, right? So it would be reading, I guess.
yes, and I do believe we do have an article beyond that. Give me two
Okay.
seconds since I got that sent out and I can show it to the
Okay.
audience.
Oh, that
And
would be.
you should be able to see it.
I do. And we got Blue Roses in the chat.
Yes,
And
thank
she
you. Hi,
says,
Blue Rose.
yes, and she says you sound far away.
Yeah, because I have my mic sitting next to my bed nightstand instead of my face.
Mm,
There we go. Now it's fixed. I should sound
there, you,
much better. Oh my
there you go.
god.
Now you don't sound like you're in a tin can.
Yeah, that's why I sounded really far away. I do apologize. Oh my god, what a day it has been. Actually, what a week. And it's only Tuesday,
It's
but I can
only,
say what a week.
yeah, so can I. We
Hello,
both can.
Cannabis. Thank you for stopping
Hey,
in.
cannabis. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. We're going to get started with this article and then we will jump in for what's been going on in our crazy
Mm-hmm.
world. All right. So this is an ex post, actually, as I was corrected. The FDA, Marty McCary, says he found out that gene editing therapy companies were shipping off Americans' living cells to labs in China for gene editing or before being shipped back and infused into Americans, sometimes without the patients even knowing. I would
That's
venture to say,
messed up.
hold on. Yeah, and I would venture to say more often than not
I would
that
too.
they didn't No. You know that? Or how about probably not at all?
I would
I'll
assume
bet they didn't
most
know.
of the patients didn't know.
Correct. And I want to know what type of gene editing. So can you hit play on that, Crazy Bee?
Yes, I can.
The
Go ahead.
companies
Hit.
who were
I hope
offering
you
a
can hear
gene
it.
editing
I
sort of
can.
therapy for individuals, something called CAR-T therapy. They were drawing the blood cells of Americans in the United States, then shipping them off to outsource the gene editing to labs in China. This is all recent. It was just approved in the last administration. And then they're shipped back to infuse into Americans. And I thought, oh my God, do people not understand the potential national security risk? And I
Oh,
wonder if
wow.
these patients were even informed what's going on. They just
Oh,
told,
he's
hey, we're
thinking
going to do
like
this
we
therapy. We're
are.
going to draw your blood. Did they even really understand what was happening? The companies who were offering a gene editing
That is, he was thinking on the lines of
Crazy.
us.
Yes.
He
And
was
I
right
told you.
there on the same page.
Uh-huh. And cannabis wrote 23andMe as well as Ancestry comes to mind. And I think I told the story previously where Eric had bought me that 23andMe as a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's been sitting there for at least 7 years. I never submitted it. It always felt weird.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Number one, just spitting in the cup. I never had enough spit to fill up the damn thing, but you know,
that's a plus.
it, yeah, it was a plus. It just seemed a straight, like it didn't feel right. And then to find out that it was Ancestry that had their information hacked and
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff was kept. The stuff, it wasn't discarded. Once you submit that to any of these companies, it belongs to them.
Yes.
It's not your personal business anymore.
Yeah. Most people don't know that. It
Right.
is
It's
not technically your DNA for any going forward.
correct. Just like when you, if you're at your doctor's office and they request genetic testing, that doesn't belong to you either.
But genetic testing through a medical practice is properly disposed of on a better
Uh,
chance than the ancestry.com type places.
oh, I agree with that, but I
I would
still
rather trust them, but all they're going to tell me is the medical aspect, not my genealogy.
right. I get you on that, but still, I don't know if I guarantee if I am comfortable with them having it. Only because then there goes the story of uh do you want to check in by fingerprint, facial recognition, or by entering your information? And remember the day went to type in my info and my face in that pops up. And
Well,
I'm
they're
like,
just
what?
confirming, they're showing you your record, and that way you know it's you.
Yeah, but I never consented to it.
So you never
That's
consented to
the thing.
see your.
No,
Okay, so
no,
okay, then what picture did they use?
I have no idea.
Then how'd they get a picture of you?
They had to snap it somewhere when
Which
went
meant
to
you
check
had to
in
have
it.
stood there while they did
No,
it.
no, exactly. Because you're typing your name, your address, your date of birth, you're confirming your insurance information, your religion, all of that at the kiosk. They
Yeah,
had
but
to
in
have
order to get your like picture, they have to save it to your record, which means an MA has to take a picture of you standing in front of their computer in order to put it into your patient chart.
when you go to the kiosk
It doesn't give you
at
your
the
full
hospital.
patient chart.
No,
You
but it
cannot
gives
edit your
you
patient chart at the kiosk.
no, but it gives you all of your name, your address, your facial recognition if you signed up for it, your fingerprint if you signed up for it. It has your social security number, all of this information. When as soon as you walk in the door, there's a kiosk there that you register for whatever office you're going
Yeah,
to.
I know.
It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, when I lived in Michigan, they had
Yeah,
the kiosk things, but they can't take
yeah.
your picture from it and put it into your patient chart. So at some
Well,
point, one of the MAs had to have gotten a picture of you while you were standing at the desk, at a desk somewhere, or in a patient
perhaps that,
room, because just you can't update a patient's chart from a kiosk.
or they snapped the picture of me while I was at the kiosk. That's what I'm suggesting.
I don't think they can. Well, they even if they take the kiosk is the only place where that picture would sit, and it's not saving a picture of you. It's just comparing your face to a picture they have on file. It's not taking a picture of you and then comparing the pictures. It's comparing your physical face to a picture on file.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is somewhere they took a picture of me, and I'm saying it was taken at a kiosk, and then every time I go to the kiosk, that same picture pops up.
But that's because that's the picture they have on record for you. The kiosk is not capable of taking a picture.
I have to verify that. When I go there next time, I
Confirm
will
it with
verify.
them. I've never known a kiosk to take pictures because they don't have the memory space. They're not like a actual computer that will do that. They have a way to like scan your features and make sure they line up with what picture they have on file. But
Well,
and like again, it'll scan your fingerprint, but it doesn't save it. It's just comparing to what's on file.
yeah.
Those kiosks, if you were to steal it, you would have zero access to anything on a patient.
I don't know about that, Crazy Bee.
It has a way to link to a server where what holds the patient information,
Right,
but it
right.
doesn't store any of that. Only thing on that kiosk is the program that it needs to be able to run and communicate with the network of the hospital or the doctor's office.
Well, all I know is somewhere my picture was taken without my permission. That's all I'm saying. Somewhere
Well,
in the
that you're going to have
hospital
to take up
system.
with the MAs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Who would that be? I don't know. I don't know which. I
There
mean,
should be
there's the guy.
something on record of a verbal confirmation or something.
I wouldn't even know where to go to get it,
Well,
is
no,
what
they
I'm
would have to
saying.
have it on record. I mean, the only way,
Yeah.
that, like, I've been asked, do you mind if we take your picture for the records? I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, I
sure, go
know. What
ahead.
I'm saying is, who is that? Is that the gynae? Is it the gastro? Is it the ENT? Is it the neurologist? Is it the
Well,
gastro doctor?
I think you've said before they each have their own separate
No,
patient portals, or
no,
is this all one unit?
no. It's all one unit. It's
Oh,
all.
well,
It's
then
all
one
based
of
into
them
the hospital.
somewhere, some time in the last, I don't know how many years they've been doing facial recognition. What, 6, 7 years now? They've
Yeah,
been doing that. So sometime in the last 6 or 7 years, you had to have either given permission or
I never
I don't
would have.
know. I don't
I
know.
never would have, because I don't believe in that. I'm like limited. You know what I mean? Like I told you, we called up my record today, and they're like, "Do you want to log in via your facial recognition so you don't have to type your password?"
No, I
I'm like,
always use my
"Absolutely
password on
not."
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, "You ain't getting my face again. You're
No.
not getting my thumb. You're not getting my thumbprint either."
Yeah, I don't do that.
That's
I don't do that
nothing
either
happened.
on my stuff.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that I don't. Especially if it's not connected to a secure network. My
right.
device, their
And they're
devices might be on a secure network, but mine
they're
aren't.
not. They're unsecure network. It's an unsecure network.
The hospital's computers.
On when I go to log in, it says unsecured network.
Yeah, that's on your phone, right, or your tablet.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
on my
that's what I
phone.
was talking about. Our devices would not be secure, but the hospital has a completely different network that they
Yeah,
use
they better
for
be
our
secure.
patient info.
Well, after today's discussion about the shit going over to India, ugh, I don't trust anything about anything anymore.
I'm used to being stalked. I don't care anymore.
Well, I'm making it a tad difficult, but after that detective came after me, well, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at the
Or
point where I just
former,
personally, if
the
the
former,
CIA is going to keep stalking me and NSA and like all those feds
or
and
should I,
everyone,
yeah,
I'm done
should
caring.
I say, yeah, should I say former FBI profiler after he came after me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
there's no harm keeping up with regular password changes and stuff to keep your average hacker out, but
right.
really, you cannot escape feds, and unfortunately, all of our medical information is,
It's out there.
well, no, it's not. That's just that. It's part of the government's tracking of us.
Yes, it
So
is.
I
Yes.
mean, I just don't give a crap. When I die, it ain't gonna make a difference whether they had my
Yeah.
face or not. What are they gonna
And
do?
I,
Clone me? They don't want a second me
yeah,
running around.
yeah. And in fact, let me check something. Where's my phone? Da, 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 da. Do we have another? Is there? Did you say there was another article under this
Yeah,
one?
I have an article we can put. I have pulled up. That
Okay.
one you sent earlier.
Oh, this one. Oh, my
Hold on,
man.
hold on. If you're ready
Okay,
to read, I'll go
I'm
ahead
ready.
and. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So my man Kilmar is back in the news. So sad. Anyway,
Oh, hold on a second.
Kilmar.
I just noticed a message from Cannabis. Them taking a picture of you is not a HIPAA violation. Them selling your medical records with your name, address, and identifiers is a HIPAA violation. Just so you know. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, there was something I wanted to look up, but I'll do that when we're playing a video, and then
Okay.
I'll come back to it. But my man Kilmar, and you know that I refuse to say the remainder of his name, is
Abbrego
back.
Garcia.
You can say it, but I'm not. Is back in the news as of yesterday, and he's being held in Virginia as the battle continues over his potential deportation.
Oh, let me scroll down. Oh, usually you read the date and time of that. Okay.
Oh, I thought I said yesterday.
Uh, Oh yeah, you did
Mm,
yesterday. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I wasn't
yesterday.
paying
That's
it.
okay.
My brain. I'm sorry.
You're okay. We're not, if we get through the show today, consider it lucky. Kilmar, who was wrongly deported in March before being brought back to the U.S.
Okay.
to face new criminal charges, was taken into immigration custody upon checking in with Immigration and Customs Enforcement at its office in Baltimore on Monday morning, and is currently being held at a detention center in Virginia, where he is again facing deportation. U.S. District Judge Paula Zinus, who has been overseeing his deportation case, said at a habeas hearing Monday afternoon that the federal government is absolutely forbidden from deporting him for the time being. Your clients are absolutely forbidden at this juncture to remove Kilmar from the continental United States, the judge told government attorneys. The federal government is currently blocked from deporting him through Wednesday, and the judge said she is also considering extending a temporary restraining order blocking Kilmar from being deported to Uganda, where the
so she's an activist judge, not an
correct
actual judge.
correct where
Okay,
the
got
government
it.
has indicated he may be sent despite his designated country of choice being Costa Rica. The judge also said she will order the government not to move Kilmar from the Virginia Detention Center, where he's currently being held, and to make sure he has access to counsel. Kilmar, who was released into his brother's custody in Maryland on Friday from criminal custody in Tennessee to await trial on charges of human smuggling, was detained by ICE Monday morning as soon as he entered ICE's office in Baltimore for a scheduled check-in. His attorney, Simon Sandoval Moschenberg, said, "We asked the ICE officer what the reason was for his detention was. The ICE officer didn't answer," adding the ICE officers would not say which detention center his client would be taken to. "We asked the ICE officer for a copy of any paperwork that being served on him today. The ICE officer wouldn't commit to even giving us the paperwork," the attorney said. According to a court filing from his attorneys, ICE notified Kilmar's lawyers that he may be deported to Uganda after Kilmar rejected a plea deal to be deported to Costa Rica in exchange for pleading guilty to human smuggling charges and remaining in jail.
He gave up Costa
So
Rica.
he pled guilty. Oh, okay.
Sorry, he gave up going to Costa Rica.
In the filing, Kilmar's attorneys accused the federal government of trying to force their client to accept a guilty plea or face deportation to East Africa. Kilmar, a Salvadoran native, was deported in March to El Salvador's Secot mega prison, despite a 2019 court order barring his deportation to that country due to fear of persecution, after the Trump administration claimed he was a member of the criminal gang MS-13, which his family and attorney denied. He was brought back to the U.S. in June to face charges in Tennessee of allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within the U.S. while he was living in Maryland. He has pleaded not guilty. In July, the judge ordered that, should he be released while awaiting trial, Kilmar be placed under ICE supervision in Maryland, where he was living with his wife and children before he was mistakenly deported in March, to provide the kind of effective relief to which a wrongfully removed alien is entitled upon return.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying not to be sarcastic.
I am
The judge
not.
The judge also said that if the government intends to deport Kilmar to a third country, it needs to provide 72 hours notice. The order allowed the Trump administration to initiate lawful immigration proceedings where Kilmar returned to Maryland. The immigration proceedings may or may not include lawful arrest, detention, and eventual removal, the judge said in July. In their habeas lawsuit filed Monday, Kilmar's lawyers accused the federal government of taking him into custody without providing him the right to be heard on his expressed fears of persecution and torture should he be deported to Uganda.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I know.
All we've ever heard in the media was him and his wife whining and complaining about it. Well, he had the option to skip Uganda and go to Costa Rica. And what's this jackass do? He chooses to go about it the hard way.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Respondents are seeking to remove petitioner to Uganda, a process which they know will trigger lengthy legal proceedings rather than Costa Rica, the country for removal designated by petitioner that offered him resettlement in order to punish him for his constitutionally protected activity, the attorneys said in the filing. Scroll up, please. The attorneys allege the government is seeking to deport Kilmar to Uganda instead of Costa Rica for refusing to plead guilty in his criminal proceedings in Tennessee. In doing so, respondents know and intend for petitioner to be detained by ICE for a lengthy period of time, even though a removal to Costa Rica could be effectuated with little or no ICE detention at all, and respondents seek to use ICE detention to punish petitioner, the filing states. The lawsuit, which was filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Maryland shortly after Kilmore was detained by ICE, requested that the court block the government from detaining Kilmore more than 200 miles from the courthouse in Baltimore. The attorneys also asked the court to block the government from removing Kilmore to Uganda without first attempting to remove him to Costa Rica. How many times do they got to say the same freaking sentence over and over? They also asked the court to order the government to allow Kilmore to have a reasonable fear interview before their client is deported to Uganda.
Yeah, well, he could have just, self deported to Costa Rica instead of, being a jackass. Yes,
I
Tennessee
mean,
has a court case against him, but he can go to Costa Rica and say, look, okay, you know what? I'll go wait in Costa Rica. And then when it's time, you can bring me back for my court cases in Tennessee until something's figured out.
I'd move him 200 miles from the courthouse in Maryland and make his ass have to drive back and forth.
Is Maryland even big enough to have something 200 miles away from Baltimore?
I don't know.
Anyone
I
from
don't know.
Maryland want to answer this? Is Maryland even
Oh,
big enough?
Wow. My geographics are off today, as you know. So I would have to pull out a United States map and check that. If you'd like to tell the story.
No, you go ahead. I can't stop laughing.
Which,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Oh
Making
shit.
fun of. Yeah, So with that, Kilmar's done. I can
Okay.
hardly speak today. I apologize for being unable to read today. It's worse than usual. But I just got home from the hospital a little while ago. Crazy B is done and out. Uh,
Oh, I've been.
I don't even
This
know.
week's been a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. So we're gonna start with this picture
Oh, you
first.
want to start with this
So
picture?
yeah, we'll start with this. Go ahead.
Okay. It's up.
So
The audience can
it's
see
up.
it now.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the back of my hospital bed. It is in the lowest position that it can go. It is probably up at least half of its 1.5 times. I don't know. It's up, and the side rail meets right flush against that edge. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
see the, yeah, what's it called? I
Socket?
almost said faucet. I'm so messed up. You see the socket, right?
Yes.
So I drop my power cord to my cell phone and I can't reach it. So I try to stick my hand down in between the mattress and the bottom of it. Can't get it. I try to go in through the side of the grab bar. Still can't reach it. And no, I'm on the podcast. Shut the door, please. Take the dog with you. And so I go through the back where that opening is, and I push my hand through, trying to reach the power cord so that I can pick everything up. Now, in front of that cord was the dresser that was in a locked position, and in front of the dresser was the chair, which was locked, a recliner. So I couldn't move either pieces of furniture, and I was hooked up to the IV with my left hand. I had my arm stuck all the way up to the middle between my elbow and my shoulder, the broke shoulder, by the way, and I was trapped. I couldn't get out.
Sounds
I
like
went into
fun.
panic. I went into panic mode. I actually had a panic. I never had panic attacks. I was panicking. I couldn't get my arm freed. I was like, I was pulling so hard, I couldn't get my arm out. I started to cry. I haven't slept for 2 days. I'm crying. I can't get my arm is wedged in there. And it is in the weirdest freaking angle you can't believe because I'm trying to get that cord out of the wall.
Yeah.
Picked up off the wall. I had to reach over with my left hand. I get the technician from South Africa who had difficulty understanding and speaking English on the buzzer intercom going, "May I help you?" And I said, "I'm stuck. I need help." And they're like, "What?" And I said, "I'm stuck. I need help." So they come in and they tried to get me out and they couldn't. And they had to get another person. It took two of them to get me out of that hole in the bed. Yeah. My arm is jacked up. I'm bruised. I'm cut. Blood, swelling, all of that. And I just looked at my nurse and said, "Slap me in the head." So she slapped me in the face instead.
Gently. Let's reiterate the gently part.
Yeah, gently, but she still slapped me, nevertheless.
Yeah. But she was kind
I'm
enough to
telling
oblige
you,
in a very love tapped way. So that way they don't get
I'm
charged
telling,
with patient abuse or anything like that.
I'm telling you, you talk about doing stupid freaking
What am I
fucking
notorious
shit.
for? The
I'm
same stuff.
I'm telling you, it was so stupid. But I was, how did I get my arm caught in there? How could I not get it out? How did it go in, but it wouldn't come out? Is all I kept visioning was, tell me they're going to have to bring out the lube jelly that they use, or they're going to have to go get Dawn dish soap, and I'm going to be like one of them people like they call from the paramedics or the fire department's going to have to come, and I'll be on the news. Woman is stuck in her hospital bed, can't get out. She's trapped there. We're going to have to get the jaws of life
They
to
could
cut her
not
out.
use the jaws of life in a hospital.
Well, you don't know that. How was I going to get my arm out?
Oh
Gee,
my
I said
god.
to her, I had the two of them. I said, I don't care. Just pull it out. I don't care if you break it at this point. My shoulder's broke. Just break the arm too. Just rip my arm out.
Oh.
Jesus. Okay. But so that happens. And then I get home and I'm dealing with this other person. Or no, was that when we were on the phone while I was in the hospital?
I don't
Yeah.
know. You didn't tell me
Yeah.
exactly what time
No,
that one
yeah.
happened.
No. I was in the hospital because we were deciding if we were going to have a show or not because of you and your issues that we'll get into.
Uh
But,
huh.
So I said to her, I have like no ass left. I mean, I've had multiple surgeries and the neuropathy is so severe and stuff. So my husband says to me, "Well, why don't you go get a Brazilian butt lift?" And I look at him and I said, "Well, I guess I'll be going to Mexico." Go ahead, smart ass. What did you say?
Brazil's not in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you were gonna pull that. I don't know. I would just go to Brazil then. Like, why go to
Yeah.
Mexico for a BBL when Brazil's a few thousand more miles south?
That's because, as I explained, all those old people that live in their vehicles in Arizona, right? I follow them because when I'm old, I'll probably be living out of my car in Arizona in the desert. And they all travel to Mexico to get their medications. They get their eyeglasses, their hearing aids, their dentures, all their doctor's appointments, plastic surgeons, all of that. So, yeah, I'm going to Mexico to get my BBL done. So, there.
Yeah, I was just
So,
going to point out that Brazil's not in Mexico. So,
yeah.
there's that.
Well, and hence, I ain't saying shit about
Oh,
Kilmar going 200
Blue
miles
Rose supports
from
your
Maryland.
Blue Rose supports your statement about going to Mexico. Why won't it let me pin my messages? It won't let me pin. Why? Why won't it let me pin? That's weird. But she says no, but BBL is cheaper in Mexico.
Wonder how she knows.
That's a good question.
Yeah. How do you know, Blue Rose?
Why can't I
And
pin any of my messages?
I don't know, but hence I'm not going to fathom where anywhere around the Maryland courthouse or wherever the heck Kilmar is, where 200 miles might land, because I don't know what state I might say he's going to end up in. Now, with that all being said, we are home, recuperating, having to see the super specialists, and it is what it is. I wasn't saying it as 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 predicted. It was relatively a nightmare, and we're glad to be home, and I can take care of myself better at home than I can in the hospital. So
I understand that.
I told them I'll be back when I'm dying. So
Give it a few
we'll get
months.
there. No, I figure by the end of the week we might be back.
Oh, don't do that. That's not good.
No, we'll see. We'll
You got to
see how
make it at
bad
least
things go.
10 years before your next hospital visit.
Well, I was told 3 so that I can watch The Rat. So
Uh, that that's not a good reason.
I know, but whatever.
Oh, Blue Rose
So then,
says she followed she followed follows it says follow content creators who have had it done.
oh
Okay.
wow. All right, you might have to send them my way.
I refuse to ever do such a thing. I hear they smell horrible. They are not fun and are easily botched.
They smell horrible.
I have heard a lot of people saying that it gives off this weird odor. I don't know anyone who's ever done it. I don't know firsthand, but from what there's a lot of
So it's
videos
bad.
stating that
So
there's
it's,
a smell that comes with it.
so it's bad enough your ass already smells. It's gonna smell worse.
Something like that, yeah.
Pass. Okay. So go ahead and talk about what your week was like so far.
Okay, so good news on two fronts, folks. My hearing's actually fine. That was the good news.
He's just a loud mouth.
I'm just a loudmouth.
Mm-hmm.
Second good
She
news
talks.
is my
That means
blood
she
work.
talks very loud.
I do talk
Very.
very loud.
Mm-hmm.
Second good news is the pain doctor is sending me to a different rheumatologist with a unspecified autoimmune disorder and letting the rheumatologist go with more details from there. So we finally, after 30 years, got a dang diagnosis. Now
No,
we're going to
you don't.
go and get a thorough diagnosis, and whether they start treating or not will be discussed, and the pros and cons. So, I'm going to work with them on that. But funny shit happens. So, we're getting ready to go to the pain doctors, and we're just outside of town, and I hear that typical sound you hear when you have a flat tire. So I pull over to the gas station where there's free air. Except their air hose is not functioning properly, and it won't fit to the stem valve to put the air in. Thank God we had the portable air compressor in the Escalade, because we got the tire aired up. We had 10 psi in that damn tire for an Escalade, which is supposed to hold 50 psi. So my wonderful son,
And wait, hold on. Do tell that you were doing
I'm about
35
to.
miles an Wait, you were doing 35 miles an hour on the 55 hour
The 55
per
mile per
per
hour
hour
highway to get to the gas
highway. Yeah.
station
You
because,
know what? Don't
I'm not going to blow out a tire. So screw
right.
anyone who doesn't like it.
Yeah, you no, you said bite me is
Oh,
what you
bite
said
me.
to them.
Yeah, bite me is my
Yeah.
famous line. I tell everyone to
Yeah.
bite me.
Yeah.
I have a thing with biting. Sue me. So, or
Yeah.
bite me. Bite me for saying bite me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But my son, it was his first time airing up a tire. So I'm trying to.
And where is she?
Oh, you gotta be kidding. It cut me
We
out.
cannot hear you, crazy bee.
No, everyone else can hear me. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. It was my. It was
And
my.
it's either her or it's me.
Can you hear me now? No. Oh, fuck. My internet's being
I'll
stupid.
have to send her a message.
You don't need to send a message. I can hear
Who
you.
can hear who?
Oh, my God.
Oh my god. Two whack jobs trying to run a podcast.
And she's going to send a message to the wrong spot.
No, I wasn't. I was going to send it to you in Discord.
I was in Discord listening to you, telling you I can hear you repeatedly.
Yeah, and I couldn't hear you.
So you were going to message me. I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure it was in this chat instead of the DMs.
I was going to DM you. Why wouldn't... you're making it difficult.
No, my internet started to go in and out for a second, and it took a minute to reconnect. And Blue Roses, we can hear both of you, but I can't hear each other. Oh, you can't hear each other. There's the rest of it. Thank you, Blue Rose. Can you still hear me? And she muted herself.
You know what? I swear to God, I'm going to kill somebody. I swear.
Laughing off.
Wait, I can't. Because I called them at 6:45. I said, don't call me. What time is it? It's an hour later. Not even an hour.
Uh-huh.
Dear God, please give me the strength. I can't. Now he's calling his father. Lord, help me, please. Pray for me. Pray for my sanity.
We are praying for your sanity. I promise.
I don't need prayers for my health. I need prayers for my sanity.
And that's what I'm doing. Praying for you right now.
Thank you.
My brain can multitask. It can talk to God with one lobe and talk to you with the other.
Well, I can't guarantee anything I say. Don't hold it against me today, because I am not. I'm sort of kind of not with it. Go ahead, have a back spasm. Go ahead.
I did. It was my fault for trying to help air up the tire and teaching my son. I know.
That ain't what I meant. I meant right now.
It was starting. It was starting, but it chilled out.
Thank you, Blue. We need the prayers.
Yes. The entire group.
But go ahead. Okay, so after you told everybody to bite you, and then you couldn't get the gas station
to connect correctly, we pulled out the portable air compressor, and I started teaching my son how to use it, and how to hook it up properly, and how to check the air with the little pressure gauge that was the little handheld tool we keep in the car. And between helping him, I was trying to reach his father, my doctor's office, and I was in a slight panic attack, but my doctor's office was awesome. They bumped my appointment from 3:15 to 4:15, gave me extra time to get there. It took 45 minutes to air up that tire from 10 psi to 45 psi. Like 45 minutes. It was a psi per minute.
You would have been better off to blow in it.
My son's 21 and he's just learning how to do this because, his dad never bothered to teach him. So here I am. Oh, giving me a
And
dirty look over there.
And you're on the ground and stuff, huh?
I'm sitting on yes, because because the stem was at the bottom. How else am I going to, I can't keep being bent over, otherwise my pots will kick in and I'm going to go face first into the cement.
High four corners.
High four corners. Yeah, it was a tough day, and then I finally got to the doctor. That's when he gave me the actual, you know what? I'm comfortable to label you as having an autoimmune disorder. The rheumatologist will take it from there. I could have hugged this doctor. He was so awesome. The entire staff was great. They knew I was panicky and apologetic. And so they worked with me to get through that stressful time of flat tire. And I hate missing appointments and rescheduling appointments. So they were really good with me because, again, only time I have a vehicle is on Mondays. So I had no choice but to push to stay with the day. And so yeah, we got it going, we got it rolling, got there, got everything taken care of. It was just a hell of a day, and now I am paying dearly because of fighting with the flat tire. But at least now my son knows what to do and I don't have to show him again.
Right.
So, now he's trained on how to do it and I won't have to do it again next time we have a flat tire.
Right.
So I can appreciate the pain just to get him taught, but I'm still not happy about it. My back is more mad at me than my brain is. We'll put it that way, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I learned my lesson.
If we both make it through the week.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. The good news is at least I didn't have to have my son change the tire.
This is true.
Could you imagine me having to teach him how to do a proper tire change with my back the way it is? Could you imagine that? It'd be more like me out there trying to get the lug nuts loosened, get that jacked up, him assisting.
Oh, yeah, that would have been crazy.
As much as I know how to do these things, I physically am not supposed to be doing them anymore. It hurts.
Wow.
I cannot even stand upright for more than 3 minutes. I have enough time to get to the toilet and then get back to bed. And that's all I got.
And I told you that if I hear that you were anywhere near a vehicle, in the vehicle, doing anything with it.
You mean climbing in the engine bay? Like physically on top of the engine type of stuff again?
That causes back issues. I'm going to be on the phone every hour just like you deserve it.
I know I do. You wouldn't have to. I'd be punishing myself.
I'm going to smack you upside your frickin' head.
You'll digitally smack me upside the head.
Yeah. Legit. I won't be gentle like the nurse was to me. Trust me.
Yeah, it's fun being me. That's all I gotta say. Is it's fun. And this is stuff I really should have taught my kids younger.
And I won't go by the way of Brazil to get to Kentucky.
You're not gonna come through the southern border?
Oh, I might have to. No, if I wasn't fingerprinted, I would.
You could go down to Cuba and then take a little raft up through Florida and then through Florida to, what's above Florida? Georgia and then Tennessee.
I know, but I'm fingerprinted, so they'd get me. So I can't do that.
I mean, technically you're not illegally coming in, but Cuba might have an issue with you.
Maybe.
You could go to Puerto Rico because you don't really need a passport to go there. It's part of the continental U.S. Well, not technically continental U.S., but you can still go there. It's part of the United States. So you could go to Puerto Rico, pretend you went to Cuba, and get on a raft and float back.
On a raft. in a raft with a bunch of illegals that'll be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, and then for all you're yelling at me,
yeah,
you'll be sore from doing all that.
yeah.
And you'll be
Wait,
like regretting it by the
and
time you come to get me.
and that'll be a real "Where's Waldo?" It'll be "Where's the white girl? Where's the white?" Well, at that point, I'll be red, so it'll be like, "Oh,
Easy enough
oh,
to
maybe
find.
I could wait. Maybe I could pass for Indian at that point
I don't
because
know.
I'll be like a lobster at that point if I'm on the
Yeah.
raft.
But most people
Maybe
from India aren't bright red.
no, I'm talking about a. You know what? I didn't say an Indian from India. I meant an Indian from the United States.
Oh, God. Now you're bringing up the stereotype of Redskins.
Yes, I am. Hey,
Uh,
Washington was trying. The Washington Redskins wanted to go back to being the Washington Redskins. After Trump got back in office, the people of Washington spoke. And by the way, did they get renamed back to Washington Redskins? I don't know if that went
was it
through or
Washington
not.
Redskins to begin with?
Yes, it most certainly. Yes, it was.
Oh, I don't know. I
And
don't
when
really
the
pay attention to those kind of sports.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
only knew
and
the
then when
Michigan ones.
yeah, and then when Biden got in, and there was all that hoopla over it's racist, they
Uh,
changed their name to the
Yeah, I saw
Washington.
some jackass posted, well, how would white people think if there was some kind of logoed stereotype about them? And someone came back with like the Fighting Irish, the Pirates, the
Uh-huh.
Padre,
Yeah,
all these other ones,
yeah.
or whatever the white logos were for. Oh my
Uh,
God. Yeah, it was like we've got our logos, so buzz off, you're a moron. But I think it was the
yeah.
Redskins logo, or was it? Yeah, it was the Redskins logo was designed by a Native American. It
I
was a
don't.
chief
I don't. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a actual Indian chief, right?
who
And
designed the
they had.
logo.
I don't know. Why don't you Google it?
I swear it
Because you.
was. And that's when
Cause we
part
have
of the
nothing.
uproar came from. Hold
Because
on
we have
one
nothing.
second. Was this the Braves or the Chiefs?
Was the Washington Red? It was the Washington
The
Redskins.
Redskins.
Yeah. I've only said it like 500 times.
You cannot expect me to
You don't
function.
have a hear. You don't have a hearing issue.
It was from the Blackfeet tribal leader and former president of the National Congress of American Indians. It was Walter Blackie Wetzel. Uh huh. And it was a
It's who?
profile of a black chief's John Two Guns White Calf, and was modeled after the likeness of a buffalo nickel. So that's who it
Yeah.
was originally. It was introduced in the early 1970s, and it was done by a black chief tribal leader of a former black chief tribal leader. Oh no, not tribal leader, just a black fleet. Oh yeah, a chief. Yes, the leader, John Two Guns White Calf. Sorry, I apologize. I'm stuttering on my words, but
So they
yes, that was
reversed.
him.
And what did they make it? What did they make them change their name to when they dropped the Redskins?
I don't know what Redskins' new name. There we go. Commanders, which pisses me off. This isn't even
But, but,
cool.
but didn't they change it? Didn't they change it back to? Didn't they
Have they
change it
changed
back
it
to
back yet?
Redskins? Yeah, I
Hold on.
thought they were petitioning to
Oh,
do
thank you,
that.
Blue Rose. She added it just as I was saying it. So, um, why can't I spell? And And it is football, right?
Yes.
No, it has not been changed back. Actually, it says no, Washington's football team is not changing back to the Redskins.
Wow.
And they have no plans to revert to the former name, which was retired in 2020 due to its offensive nature. Well, fuck Washington.
Yep.
That's Washington State, right?
Yep.
Okay. I thought they had the Eagles for Seattle.
I think they have. I don't know.
I'm
All I
at the
know
point
was
of not caring. It's just not right. I'm in too much pain to care. Sorry. Okay. Ignore me.
all I know is it was the Washington Redskins, and when Biden got in, it was racist, and they had to change the everything
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Seattle Seahawks. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Oh, Seattle 8 Seahawks are. I like Seattle 8 Seahawks. I like that much better. Okay. Should we start the videos?
If you'd like.
I don't know. I'm misbehaving. I am really misbehaving today. Where are we at time wise? Oh yeah, we're almost at an hour. We should probably start these now. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm sending you something. If you would
Okay.
please pop it up on the screen for me. This is,
Hold on.
I had promised previously. I forgot about this. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. But,
Hold on.
this is the,
You don't. It takes me a little bit longer to maneuver my hands.
I know, but I can talk while you're maneuvering.
Well, you're explaining what it is, and they can't see it.
Oh, that makes sense. Whatever.
I just
Okay,
figured it would be good. It would be a good start for them to be able to see what you're explaining.
there you go. So this is where to go to get your medical information bureau report. Remember, I had told you about your credit information report?
Uh huh.
This is everything about you, and I mean everything about you
Is it even
is in
free?
your
How much
medical
does it
report.
cost?
I don't know if the pricing changed. It used to be free. Uh,
Let's find out.
you can, yeah, let's.
Oh, this is to get life insurance.
No, it isn't. Scroll down. It says read, and it tells you to go online or gives you the phone number. There it is. Submit an
Oh,
online form.
so should I go to that website?
You can click on there, yeah, or you can call that phone
Oh,
number.
okay. And they send it to you in the mail, but it doesn't. How much does it cost?
It doesn't say.
I don't
I
like
would
going through
suggest,
that just to find out.
uh, well, they base your health insurance, they base your uh, driving insurance, and a lot of other things comes out of this record. You would be surprised at what's pulled. Research it for yourself. I'm not giving you any other advice.
I will
So,
drop this link to the website in the the thing, the description,
uh-huh.
and that way people can have it. Um, damn, I'm
And their phone
congested.
numbers, yeah, and their phone numbers there as well. Oh, wait, you're eligible. See if we would read, Crazy Bee. You're eligible to receive a complimentary copy of your report every 12 months and an additional copy if you have a letter from an insurer saying your application was declined or adversely affected by a MIB report. See?
Okay, hold on. Let me fight. I'm trying to. I apologize. How the fuck do you spell bureau?
Bureau.
Thank you.
Bureau. Yes.
Sorry for that language. I apologize. That was not very polite of me. But I couldn't remember how to spell bureau when I was struggling.
Now, yeah, now this is coming from this is just from the lifeinsurance.org group.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see them say when you apply for health or life insurance, but uh as I said, there's many factors that go into uh this record. You want to go and take a look at it because you'll be shocked at the shit that's wrong. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder how much. This would be good to figure out what my parents had to say when I wasn't in the room as a kid.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how far back it
Oh, you can
goes.
have it changed. It says so right here. It says,
Yeah.
what if my report is wrong?
Right, but I'm saying I don't know how far back. I don't know if it goes back to when you were 5.
Um, if it covers your entire medical history, it should.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll expect them to have the delivery truck sent to my house.
Or they might just give summaries of it.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys have the
Interesting
info. Do with
fact.
what you will. Yes, it is. Things you
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Exactly.
And just remember, don't ever put your hand inside the hospital bed. It does not come out.
And if you have back spasms, don't inflate a flat tire. It's not
There
good
you
for
go.
you.
3 things that you learned today that you didn't know.
Okay. We'll behave.
All
I
right,
could think
so
of a
we
few
have,
more.
I know, but that's all we're going for today. So we have Steve Turley is up again.
Yep.
All right, what's he
Oh,
got to say?
I got to change it because you couldn't hear it this way. That's right. One moment. And you watch now that I'm about to change it. It's going to tell me that you're going to tell me that you can't hear it and that
Mm,
I'm going to have to change it back. So, anyways, here we go.
Hey, gang, it's me,
Can you
Dr.
hear it?
Steve, your Patriot
yeah, I
Professor,
can
here
hear
to
it.
help you make
Okay.
sense of all the madness as the far left desperately tries to stop the unstoppable rise of a new conservative age that you made possible. So if you want a front row seat on how you are changing the world in ways you never even imagined, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Let me give you some mind-blowing data here. These Mexican cartels generated over $13 billion in 2024 from human trafficking alone. You heard that right. $13 billion. That's up from $500 million in 2018. And that's what Biden and the Democrats did. Their open border policies created one of the most lucrative black markets on the planet. Now, to put that in perspective, $13 billion makes them larger than 64% of Fortune 500 companies. And that's just human trafficking. That don't even include their drug revenues, which the DEA estimates to be well into the multi-billions. So we're not dealing with street gangs anymore, gang. We're dealing with multinational criminal corporations with military-grade equipment, sophisticated logistics networks, and annual revenues that dwarf entire state budgets. But here's what should terrify every American. According to declassified DEA intelligence, Mexican cartels now operate in over 1,200 U.S. cities across all 50 states.
I covered this on my questions that need answers, where I broke down the cartels. Why is it people are just figuring this out? They should have known this. Like, people have known it for like the last 3 years. It's been happening. I covered it late last year. I mean, look at some of these places.
Well, who was in office late last year?
I know and this is again, but look at some of these places.
Yeah.
Like,
it's scary.
I know. Detroit and Kalamazoo are both hit on there. Lexington, I saw in Kentucky was Lexington and Louisville. Let's let the list. I was going to say, let the list play a little more.
Drug distribution.
And I'll pause it where you're at. Oops.
Of course.
Shit.
Yeah, we're there. Wait, it's okay. Oh.
Hold on. What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, bugger. Hold on. What just happened? One moment while I fix this, please.
One moment, please. We are experiencing technical difficulties as we anticipated this lovely Tuesday evening.
Hey, gang, it's me, Doc. Classified DEA.
And I cannot hear it.
I know. Give me a second. Give me... What? I literally just...
What?
Oh, my God. Hold on. Let's try it the other way and see if it finally works. Can you hear it now?
Cartels now operate in over 12...
No.
Oh, my God. Hold on. What about now?
100 U.S. cities across all 50 states.
No.
Okay, it might have disconnected when I was changing it. Let me stop sharing for a second for you. And try this again. Okay, can you hear it now?
That's not drug distribution. That's territory.
No.
Oh, my God. If this is going to require you to have to leave and come back, I'm going to be irritated as all hell.
Oh, no, you're not. I will be.
Okay, try this again. Can you hear it?
Nope. I may or may not be back.
Oh, well, I was going to say, let me leave first and come back and see if it was my connection.
Gotcha.
One moment. Okay. Now let's try this again.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear this?
A cartel alone operates in at least 7...
Were you able to hear it?
I don't even... Hold on.
Oh, you got to click back on the sharing thing.
I know. I'm sharing.
Okay. I haven't hit play, so let me hit play again.
75 American cities. The Gulf Cartel.
No.
One last option. Okay, let's try again.
Cartel controls operations in 37 cities.
No. I'll be back.
Okay. Sorry about this, folks. I'm going to back it up. I'm just making... I know you guys can hear, but you couldn't see. And I apologize.
Hello?
Okay. One moment. I'm going to turn this to where they can see it, too. Oh, nope. Wrong thing. Shit. Sorry. This one. Okay. Let's try this again. Can you hear this?
In over 1,200 U.S. cities.
No.
One more time. I know I have subtitles on it, but I don't like that. Okay, can you hear it now?
50 states.
Nope.
That's not drug distribution. That's territory.
This makes no sense.
I know it doesn't.
Are you okay with reading it? Or
You know what? Let me see if I hear it on my phone.
I was going to say, worst cases, I might have to close the VLC player and reopen it.
Well, I can hear it on my phone.
Makes no sense.
Although there's a delay.
And there's going to be the echo coming into us. Okay.
Jesus, Mother Mary and Joseph on a bunch of crackers.
Here.
I'll read it. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Go ahead.
Because worst case, I could just reopen VLC player.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
We're going to lose the audience if they haven't left already.
No, they're still here, and they can hear and see it. So, and it's in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh in your area. There is cartel movement.
Yep.
Oriole occupation. The Sinaloa cartel alone operates in at least 75 American cities. The Gulf cartel controls operations in 37 cities. These aren't isolated drug deals. These are command and control structures operating on American soil. But territorial control was just phase one. Phase two was chemical warfare against American citizens. Fentanyl killed over 107,000 Americans in 2022. 107,000. That's twice the fatalities from the entire Vietnam War. Twice the fatalities in every single subsequent year. U.S. Customs seized over 27,000 pounds of fentanyl in 2023 alone. And when you realize that just 2 milligrams can be enough to kill you, that means that the fentanyl that we seized could have killed every man, woman, and child in America 6 times over. And that's just what we caught.
That's scary.
That is very scary.
I mean, that is very scary. And what do they do with the fentanyl that they seized? What happens to it?
Do you want my opinions on what I think is going on, or what we know, what they claim they do?
Well, they probably dump it in the water.
No, I think they just turn around and use it to bait dealers and stuff to, entrap people, or they sell it themselves, or they do an Obama and give it away for free to the enemy, and like he did with the guns. Oh, let's just, let's get these straw purchases, but we're going to entrap a bunch of people, and you know what? We're going to lose all those guns in the process.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I don't trust that they're disposing of it or destroying it.
Right.
I don't trust any level of government to do that properly. From the local police to the frickin' feds. I don't trust them. I know they have to hold it for as long as the case is there because it's evidence, and then they have to hold it for so many years afterwards. But they do use that former evidence stuff to go after other things, to use it to, to help, like, they go fishing with it. They use it as bait to string in something bigger. And all they ever do is screw it up. I don't trust our government with it. Sorry. That was a long rant just to say I don't trust them.
So you're saying you don't trust them?
I think our government's just basically putting it back out on the street, making money.
That's possible.
I don't trust them. So.
All right, hit play.
Alrighty.
The cartels manufacture these pills in Mexico for about 2 cents each. Then they sell them in American cities for up to $60 per pill. That's a 3,000% profit margin while they systematically poison our population. And that is why President Trump is responding with an unprecedented military deployment that promises to crush these cartels once and for all. But first, gang, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that's Block Trust IRA.
Oops, I'm so sorry. I thought I edited that out.
Is it works? That's why they deserve helping true Americans
I apologize.
build impressive wealth in Trump's
I missed
historic
that.
economic
So sorry.
boom. So whether you're a teacher, a truck driver, small business, to the greatest crypto, ISA, and on foreign territory.
Oh, hold on.
But
There we go.
classification was just the beginning. Last week, Trump secretly signed a military directive authorizing the Pentagon to use armed forces against these terrorist organizations, both at sea and on foreign territory. The numbers are absolutely staggering. Over 4,500 Marines from the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, the USS Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group, F-35B fighter jets, P-8 Poseidon spy planes, nuclear attack submarines, and
Wow,
guided missile
he's not even
destroyers.
playing.
Here's what
No,
makes
it's
this
not.
different from every
No,
previous.
I want to add that cannabis connoisseur added the Navy and Marines are also en route to Venezuela, which I did know about because they decided to actually attack the border, actually tried to start a mini
Yes, they did.
skirmish at the border, which I think there's a video too. I don't remember where it's at in our files. If we don't get to it today,
Yeah.
it will be probably tomorrow.
Yeah, we have it though.
So, but yeah, so there's a few things going on. Some from Venezuela and some stuff directly from Mexico that we were battling at the
Mhm.
same time. So,
Yep.
but yeah, let him continue. But yeah, Mexico fucked up. The cartels fucked up.
Previous anti-drug operation. We already have all the intelligence. U.S. drones have been conducting surveillance over Mexico for months now. We know exactly where every major cartel leader lives, trains, and operates. This is not a search mission. It's a target acquisition. Military officials are already drawing up strike plans based on real-time intelligence. When Trump gives the order, these operations won't take months or years. Just like what we saw in Iran, it'll be over in literally hours. Now, this is not just an issue of national security here. There's an economic reality to all this, a significant one. Eliminating these cartels would save America hundreds of billions of dollars annually. I mean, more than that. The opioid crisis alone costs our economy over $1 trillion per year in healthcare, lost productivity, and criminal justice expenses. Human trafficking generates $13 billion for the cartels, but costs American taxpayers over $150 billion in social services, law enforcement, and emergency health
These
care
costs
for
are
smuggled migrants.
outrageous.
So we're literally
Say that again.
These costs are outrageous. What we're
Yeah,
paying, and
but
nobody realizes not only the human toll that it takes, but the financial toll, because it just comes out in taxes.
but the thing is, the cost of life, all the people who will be saved from the lack of drugs flowing through.
Right, I don't disagree with that,
I think it's
but
a
I'm just
perfectly
saying,
good price to pay to save lives.
yeah, so do I. I'm not saying that. I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying though is that there's still an exorbitant cost that goes with that, and then you add the cost in of the illegal immigration, add the cost of the Ukraine war, add the cost of all the other shit that we do. And is it any wonder why we're so messed up?
I don't know at this.
Really?
I mean, we are. It is an expensive cost, but at least it's a one that has a good point to it.
Yeah, I didn't say it
I
wasn't
know it's not like we're
worthwhile. I'm
going to
just saying,
Vietnam just to get nothing out of
yeah,
it.
right.
But I
I didn't
know
say it wasn't worthwhile.
we're
It's
just going to
just a
go further
huge
in debt.
cost. Yeah, we just continue to go into debt. It's a huge cost. You know what I mean? If Mexico, Venezuela would, South American countries would take care of their own shit and stay out of our stuff. You know what I mean? But no, business is lucrative. When it was, how much was it a pill? 25 cents? And
No,
it's being
like
sold
2 cents
for
to
$2,
make it.
2
Yeah.
cents? Okay, and it's being sold for $60 a pill up here? That's crazy. I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah. I don't want to get into drug business because I don't like doing that to people, but I can understand why a
I
lot
was
of people
thinking of
go
buying
to
it for
it.
myself.
It's messed up. The world is messed up right now.
Yeah. What did you say the other day? We're upside down, inside out, sideways, every which way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all over the
Uh-huh.
place.
I'm waiting for, well, there is good in the world. There's a lot of good. But it's overwhelming. The pure craziness. And where do you start? I, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. Everywhere you look, we got problems. And that's because corruption has gone on for so long and at so many levels, and nothing has ever been done about it. And that is one thing that I don't know, I give Trump credit for.
He's really stepped up in doing what other presidents have never even tried to do. We could have
Right.
taken out the cartels in the 70s or 80s when they were first forming.
Mm-hmm.
But we stayed out of it. It wasn't our business. It was Mexico's problem. It was Colombia's problem. And now look. I mean, again, hindsight 2020. We trusted that those countries would take care of it, but they ended up getting corrupted. So I'm just glad Trump's doing it.
Right. All
Mind
right,
your
go ahead,
business.
hit
Go.
play.
No, wait, are you on a podcast?
Yes, we're on the podcast.
Can you mute real quick?
Give me a second.
We're literally funding our own invasion through the welfare system. Meanwhile, cartels are now stealing Mexico's state-owned oil and selling it on the black market. They're conducting illegal mining operations. I mean, they're not just drug dealers anymore. They're literally a parallel government that's destabilizing both our countries. And this brings us, I believe, to the final calculation that makes military action against these cartels inevitable. Cartels now pose a greater threat to American sovereignty than most nation states do. They control more territory inside the United States than some foreign countries, including China. They kill more Americans annually than most wars. They generate more revenue than most national economies. I mean, at what point does a criminal organization become an invading army? Well, for President Trump, the answer is simple. $13 billion in annual revenue, presence in over 1,200 American cities, and over 107,000 dead Americans per year. That's it. That's it. You are now officially an invading enemy. What's so key to get here is that our U.S. Marines are being deployed not to fight a drug war. They're being deployed to fight an invasion that's been going on for decades while politicians look the other way. The question isn't whether military action against cartels is justified. I mean, hopefully the data I showed you throughout this video makes that undeniable. The question is whether we'll finally treat this invasion like the national security threat it's always been. President Trump has left no doubt. So what do you think? Should these cartel territories on American soil be treated as enemy occupation zones?
Yep. Okay, that was that for that video. Sorry that for some reason you couldn't hear it. Let me drop that down so I can change that out. But yeah, this entire business of what is going on is absolutely mind-blowing that it's that bad.
I don't know how it got that bad.
Neither do I.
Seems like it's exploded all of a sudden, and whether that was what? Mainstream media's lack of reporting, perhaps? Because I'm sure that it's out there on the...
Oh, the news doesn't cover these cartels in America starting up business in our cities. They're not talking about it nationally. They talk about it
Right.
locally. You might hear about it in your local city news.
Well, somebody should be talking about it. I don't know who that somebody should be. And you lost our glasses.
All right. Next video's ready. Oh, I've
Oh.
gotta share this to you. I think it's this one that was working. Okay, so next video. This is pertaining to Marco Rubio. I'm not sure the details. Where are we at time-wise? Okay, yep, we got time for at least this video and possibly one more. Alright, so let me know if you can hear it.
This is one of the many reasons that
Were
the
you able to
left
hear it?
freaks out every time.
No, ma'am.
And you clicked on the thing? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Okay, give me a second. Let me try changing it to this one. And if it doesn't work, at least there's subtitles again. I'm sorry. Okay, can you let me back it to the beginning? Can you hear it?
One of the many reasons that the left
No.
Oh my god. All right, let me put it up for them to watch. It's a short. It's only 55 seconds. I don't know what's going on with Discord. This is being stupid, and I'm sick of it. Oh, Discord's irritating me today. Okay, folks.
Yeah, you can tell them what it's about, Crazy Bee.
Well, it's only a minute,
That's fine.
so they
This
can
is one
see
of the
it
many
and hear
reasons
it.
that the left
I'm
freaks
sorry
out
that
every
it's
time Marco
drugs.
Rubio
You-
speaks.
One of the things I see a lot in South Florida are people that have been in this country that maybe came from Cuba 45 years ago. They've worked here their entire lives. They retire. They get $800, $1,000 a month from Social Security. And then they run into somebody who just got here from Cuba 3 months ago, 29 years old, doesn't work, and is given $1,500 a month in benefits by our government because they're refugees. A year later, is traveling back to Cuba.
there's
15
my
times.
boat.
So
Yep.
you're a refugee fleeing oppression from a place that you now go back and visit 15 times the following year. And in the meantime, we're giving you Medicaid, food stamps.
He's right.
healthcare
This
for your
is
children,
bullshit.
Cash payments from the refugee fund. So imagine if you've been working here for 40 years and your Social Security check is smaller than the benefits going to a 28-year-old able-bodied person who just got here. That's real. That happens. That's happening every day. That makes no sense.
I agree with him. There's people who busted their asses to become American citizens to get maybe $800 to $1,000 a month. And now you got these illegals coming in getting $1,500 a month. And they're going
Well-
back and forth to the country. They're fleeing, supposedly.
Correct, to visit.
That is bullshit. If you're so oppressed there and you're so afraid, why the hell are you going back?
Exactly.
What the bloody goodness?
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Plus, they're getting free health care, free education, free housing.
Yeah.
Shall I continue? Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a no-no. That's a
Yep.
big no-no, in my opinion. I don't like it.
understand.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's another. I said there's another one that I don't understand. How that's okay. American people, American citizens, they came to this country legally. They did it the right way. They worked 40 plus years.
Mhm.
Worked their ass off for what? Jack shit.
And that's not okay.
It's not okay.
I agree. Like, this is just... When did it get that stupid? The people who've been here longest, who worked into the system, should be getting more than the illegals who are just coming here to get money to go back and visit and give cash to their family members.
Right.
Like, that's not okay. It's so not okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking at the chat. Cannabis said alcohol is called spirits for a reason. I need some right now.
Uh-huh.
He also says don't forget about the Chinese using the southern border and cartel to bring them in. We actually did a presentation, cannabis, on the Chinese. They actually have checkpoints where they bring in Chinese nationals, and they actually get to stay and rest in maybe perhaps a hotel for a couple days before they move on.
And let's not
That's
forget the
why,
various churches that are helping with this
yes,
process too.
right. And that's why they all look so good when they get here. And they're typically of military age men, all looking kind of like the same. Not being a
Uh-huh.
racist or anything, but and if you take a look at our northern border, we're having Indians from India come through the northern border and make sense. All of the countries they go through where they could seek asylum, but yet somehow they managed to get on a ship and cross the ocean, land in Canada, and come down through Canada. That don't make sense either.
It
We're getting screwed every which way but Sunday.
yeah.
And not only that, but the Canadian border is as long as the American border is, and they're finding more and more that they're coming across. It used to be in just particular areas, but now they're coming in every which way.
Yeah.
They're coming in from both the east and west coast and everywhere in between.
And again, we have corrupt politicians at
Yep.
all local, federal, state levels allowing it to happen.
And other countries, they're corrupt as well.
Yep.
So they help facilitate this.
And mind you, a lot of fentanyl comes from China to Mexico to
None
get
of it
be
makes
mixed into the
sense.
pills that are then sold to America. A lot of people don't know that fentanyl actually comes out of
This
China.
is what I worry about for the future of our country.
Yes.
Because I will not be here forever.
All you can do is try your best to get the kids to understand at a young age.
I know.
Not to allow this stuff to keep happening. Don't take this stuff. Don't get hooked on drugs. Don't become a troublemaker. You can only try. I mean, it's scary, but we have zero control over it, and that's the worst part.
Yeah, and it's as long as I'm alive, try to get hooked on drugs. That's first off. But second, I'm more worried about what the country is going to be like as far as
yeah,
the way things are right now, the way we're headed. Is it going to be, how much worse is it going to get, is what I worry about. What's the job market going to be like? Are there going to be jobs,
Well, Trump is promising jobs. We're supposed to be seeing them in the next few years. Some have already started.
Yeah, and we can also start with let's bring back the medical field from India.
Yeah, that was something we discussed about the billing and coding industry that's gone to India. And how much of our information goes from the billing and coding center to the call center that scams you with pay the IRS with Apple Card. Like, seriously?
Uh-huh.
Art says it makes perfect sense if you remember the government is a combination of corrupt and incompetent and has been for a couple of decades.
Yep.
Oh, Blue Rose
I
says Lude posted a video where a Mexican senator called out the Mexican president. I hate to say this,
yeah,
but I give it maybe a month that man has to live.
yeah, I have that for, well, this was a female senator.
Oh, female
Uh,
woman. So my bad.
Female senator. Yeah, I have the video for us for perhaps tomorrow or Friday.
Drop me the
Uh,
link and I will make sure it's ready.
I have it. Uh, but yeah, the our medical information, your chart that goes from your doctor's office is now being shipped over to India for
Well, it's
processing.
not shipped. It's digitally sent over.
Whatever. You know what? Shut up.
I'm
You can hear
sorry.
that. You know what? It's shipped in my mind, okay? I'm old school. It's getting on a boat, it's getting shipped, okay? It's the same thing.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a
Going
pain
over
in
by
the ass.
fucking computer. How's that? It's going over by the fucking computer, okay?
I'm sorry.
They're going to hit a key. All right. You don't know how it's going. You know what
Actually, I do
mean?
because I've sent it before.
That's your office. Maybe bumfuck, office in, the little town we have here is shipping it. You don't know that. Anyway, I digress. Let me finish. So, somebody that's being paid as a nurse is probably getting, I'd say $27 to do charting on a per hour
Yeah,
on
probably
your
per hour.
hospital per hour on your hospital records. I already said I couldn't talk today, let alone think. I just came home from the hospital. What more do you want from me?
I'm sorry.
You know,
I'll refrain.
Yeah, refrain yourself. Close your ears, the ones
Well,
that you claim you can't hear out of.
I thought you were trying to
Anyway.
find the word. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, so she's getting paid about $27 an hour. They are sending digitally, by computer, your medical record, your chart, over to India, where that nurse is making approximately 50 cents an hour to do your hospital charting. That's actually happening. Direct proof. I have the receipts.
I believe you said it was per chart earlier today. I'm sorry.
Per chart.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
25.
sure
Well,
because
we
I
figured
thought
we said
it was per
25.
chart, and now you're saying
Yeah,
per hour, so I
25.
was a little confused.
Well, we figured out that she would take half an hour to do a chart. So that's 50 cents an hour. So that's 50 cents an hour.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, the math. Sorry, my bad.
So it's 50 cents. She's making 50 cents an hour compared to an American worker who's making approximately $27 an hour in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And they have access to all of our information. As Crazy B said, well, you're saying what? It's going to...
I wonder
You're
how
getting
much.
a call, what?
Yeah, is getting
You're getting...
sent to family or a second job as a scammer is being carried over. Yeah.
Right. Well, you're saying a doctor's office is... My words fail me right now. Hold on one second, we'll go back to that thought. But you were suggesting that the scammers were calling you and saying what? We're from the IRS, use your Apple Pay to pay the IRS bill?
That's what the scammers do.
Okay. And I thought that they were also using the scamming those centers that they use to call and just say, hey, your computer software is going haywire and
they do that too.
yeah. So there are those call centers that are come from India. That there are you can look up YouTube videos on them where they go out and there are scam busters that like to take them down, and they go and find them throughout the country of India. And we're like, well, where do they get the information from? Well, perhaps it's from all of the medical data that's being
Mm-hmm.
sent over to be, to be worked on.
Not including
Because
what Google likes to sell and all the other apps like to sell.
oh, that's true too.
There's a lot of places they could get it from.
Yeah. I don't know any way going forward in the future how you would protect yourself at all from uh internet being hacked on the internet. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's basics, from me trying to break into your system or whatever, but I think hackers are going to get whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, what, in the past 6 weeks, they had the card readers, they had EJ's debit card 3 times
Mm-hmm.
and drained his bank account. Thank God he has no money, but they got his the bank, we couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and they figured out it was coming from the gas station that they went to.
That's why I don't like paying at the pump.
Right. And that's what I told them, to go inside from now on. But, they're in a hurry. They fill up every single day. So, he's like, so I told him what they said to do at the bank. If you can jiggle the thing and rip the reader off the machine, then it's a scam thing.
Yep.
And if it stays attached to the machine, then it's legit. I said,
And
oh,
even
that's going to
then, they're
be real.
getting smarter about,
Yeah.
sealing it better and
Yeah.
stuff. And I mean, yeah, the other day I, for the first time, used my RFID chip in my card to pay at the
Yeah.
pump because it was easier than standing there and pushing the buttons in and having to go through that whole process. My back was absolutely already, again, I had just gotten done with the ear appointment, so I had to stop and get gas. Neither kid really wanted to deal with it, so fine, get out there, hit my chip against the thing, put my, punch in my pin, and then pump the amount needed.
No, I was waiting.
So you were at 2 gas
But it was-
stations then?
Well, yeah, the first gas station was to put more gas in the car. The second one was for the flat tire.
Gotcha.
So,
Mm.
yeah. That's the fundamentals of this sucks.
Right. So I don't know how we'll protect things. I really don't.
The only way we can. Do our
Well,
best or go back to cash.
Well, that's not going to happen. What they're going to push is getting the chip in your wrist.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not either. Shit, I won't give my fingerprint up.
I don't blame you.
But is that mandatory in China to have the chip? Or is it in certain
Well, it's not implanted in the
places
body.
in China?
It's not implanted in the body, but it's in like everything, like your cards and all that.
They track.
Yeah.
They track all their movement everywhere they go.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what it's boiling down to. Our government's as bad as China.
Yep. Well, remember, we have the Chinese police stations in the country as well.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew that? Who knew that? That they're responsible for all the Chinese nationals. If there's anything that goes wrong with them, they're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to handle it and be called. How does that work? How
It
does our
it
federal how
doesn't.
does our government let that go?
It it's supposed to, but they don't. They are
Sh-
they're like our government is such pushovers for these other countries.
Yes.
It's not okay. I don't like it. And for all the people, oh, Trump's controlled by he's Putin's puppet. He's Israel's puppet. You know what? It's not really Trump. It's our congressmen. They're forgetting
Yeah.
there's a whole group between Trump and the courts.
Yeah, the deep state.
So, Trump's not the only one who's making these changes that are in favor of these other countries. They got to get over it. It's our congressman as well. And that gets on my nerves that they sit there and act like it's only Trump's fault.
Yeah, I wish he had the power. I wish somebody had the power. I mean, like I said, the whole issue with this writing of the executive decisions, which has now become a thing and will continue to become a thing. But if they would have been smart, if the Republicans truly were smart people, which they're not, they would have a page run right across the street and pick up an executive order and run it right back across and let's start writing up bills. Or you know what? Mike Johnson knows what's going on. He knows what Trump is going to do. He knows that he's going to, designate the cartels a terrorist organization. Why hasn't Congress taken that up? Why isn't it, why isn't this stuff put into action? No, we're already 8 months in. How long is this shit going to take to get done? Is another Republican going to get in? And if not, what is going to happen in 2028? It's all just going to get reversed.
Yeah.
The borders will be open back up and all this shit's going to happen again. Sanctuary cities will be back. It'll all just for what?
If things don't start changing a little bit quicker. Thing
Right.
is, when has our Congress ever been quick about
Ever.
anything?
That's the thing. That's the thing. They don't want to move. They don't want to get up off their ass.
I
And
know
they're
that.
and Congress
I don't like
and
it.
Congress is too busy, because once I get elected, then I got to start working on my next campaign to get for my
Mm-hmm.
reelection.
Yeah,
All the more reason to have term limits or just make it a flat out 4 years and you're done and out.
I
If you want to
absolutely
go
agree with
sooner,
that.
if you want to go sooner, don't let the door hit you on the ass. Go. But, if not, 4 years and you're done.
I
I don't
think that's
know.
a great idea. I totally agree to term limits.
Yeah. Wait, and, they're not going to vote for that. The bullshit with the census, the bullshit with the redistricting, all of it. What isn't a mess? The
Well,
education system.
yeah. But
The
all of us were stuck working for so long, trying to just float by,
right?
and none of us were paying attention to how bad it was getting.
No.
Art
I had
says,
a
why? Because more people in Congress are more interested in being in office than actually doing the job in office. Yep.
yes.
I wish my pinned message would work today. I don't know what happened to it. I apologize.
It went with my hearing.
I hate when
Uh,
much.
oh, I enlarged it though. Now we can see it better.
Yay.
There you go.
So, yeah, our
I
system is
yeah.
totally messed up because so many of us have been pushed that it takes two parents to pay to keep a household afloat, which leads to
Right.
fighting in between the relationship of the husband and the wife, which then
Yes.
leads to divorce. And now you got single moms and all this other
Yep.
stuff struggling to stay afloat. And now we have a single mom trying to keep up with the schools because most dads aren't involved in that. Even when they're in as a relationship, most dads are not involved in the school stuff.
Right.
My dad wasn't. My mom was. My dad wasn't. He'd show up at our events. But again, most people aren't paying attention to this stuff because they're
But
just trying to stay
you're
afloat.
right. And I hear a lot of stuff as far as relationships go of, you know, the male has to be the alpha and the woman has to be the submissive in the house just raising the children, and this back and forth with the relationships going on of what has been created right from back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on to
Mm-hmm.
where we're at today. To how do we, I mean, just even the relationship aspect of striking a balance is just crazy. Like you said, the infighting between two parents. I mean, for all the help we give the kids, it just doesn't seem like it's enough.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Art says it's been bad for somewhere around 30 years when the Republicans decided to impeach Clinton for um, messing around with the intern. The politicians
Yeah.
saw more fame in being on TV than doing the job.
Yeah. That's where it started.
Yeah,
Was
it's not
yeah.
okay.
The blue dress. Yeah, he should have been impeached.
Honestly, God knows how long that's been actually going on in the Oval Office. I
Oh,
mean, do you know how many
yeah,
presidents had
but
affairs in that entire building?
oh, oh, yeah, but he got caught. He got caught with his pants down.
Oh my
He left
God.
his
Why
a
does
man
that
left
happen?
his
What
mark,
causes a person
and he
with
shouldn't
large
have.
political
You
power to
know,
cheat on their wife?
Oh, my son's asking why do people in political power cheat on their wives? I
because
don't
they
know.
can.
What? It must be a
Because
magical
they
force.
can.
Aliens, even.
It's not aliens. It's called narcissism.
Yes.
Or the deep state.
They are the deep state.
No.
Congress is absolutely part of it.
No. They are
Yes, they
pure.
And
are.
how do you think the state gets
And
blackmail on the politicians?
but
Epstein.
and they're not only, there's other people that are involved, right?
Yeah.
There's the special interest groups. Like they shouldn't be allowed to be in. I say strip them out of everything. They shouldn't be allowed to contribute any money. I told you before the presidential election at nighttime, I would listen to Spotify,
Uh huh.
and they had on there at the same advertisement every 15 minutes was
Yeah.
about how Trump was taking away abortion rights. Okay. It pissed me off so bad. I looked it up to see who was doing this, and I was going to call to complain. Do you want to know who put up the ad?
Some
The
local
American,
business.
no, the American Bridge Institute. Okay. What the
Why do they
frig
have
does
anything
the,
to opinion on that? They build bridges.
thank you. The city is known for bridges. We have had bridge collapses
But
with
they're worried about
buses on them, with
abortions.
cars. Yes, but they're worried about abortions. Why? How? Explain that. I wanted to call them stupid MFers, but it isn't worth it. It true because you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I can't call Rand Paul. I can't call to, Chip Roy. I can't call somebody else and say, vote on this, do that. I can only call Casey and Fetterman. Woohoo!
Like that's going to get
Yeah.
anything done.
Yeah, like, because you're a Republican. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Fetterman might get more done than the other dude, but it's still, it's hit or miss.
Yeah. Depends on which way he put his shorts on that day.
Yeah, that's very likely, but it's still, it's one of those things that it's like, this just isn't fair. This isn't fair to us as Americans to get stuck in that BS circumstance.
Where's the shadow government that was formed after World War II?
We're not worried about the shadow government that was formed after World War II.
Because Hitler was Count Dooku and FDR was Palpatine.
Boy, I don't even want to know how you came up with that, so we're just going to leave that alone. He's comparing World War II to Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars was based off of World War II, you know that, right?
No, I didn't, actually.
So when you put two and two together, it starts making sense.
You're going to have to move closer to the mic so they can hear you.
No, it's funny that way.
He's being a pain in the butt. I apologize. I was hoping he'd elaborate more. But it is what it is. He likes to just drop his 2 cents and then hide.
No.
Oh. All right. With that being said, I'm done for the day.
Oh yeah, we're at an hour and 56 minutes anyways. So I think we've covered quite a bit, and we got plenty for tomorrow too.
Well, we have, way more for tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, we won't be as entertaining tomorrow as we were today. I'll try to not put my arm in any places it doesn't belong, and
yeah.
you know.
And I promise I'm not going to try fixing a flat tire tonight or tomorrow morning.
Okay. Or climbing inside the engine either.
I can't do that right now anyways. We're still cleaning deer hair out of the grill of the car.
Yeah, because you forgot to mention that.
Oh,
that
yeah. My kid's dad took out a nice sized doe with the Escalade. She was the only injury other than some cracked plastic on the front end. So, yeah, there's that.
Jeez.
Oh, art's too much work, too little time. Yeah, I saw you popped in, but hey, better late than never, right? So, yeah, I say we call it a day, and
All right.
we'll be back tomorrow.
Yep, 3 to 5.
The usual for Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yes, and I may or may not have the baby, so we'll see.
Sounds like a deal. So I'll say y'all stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch you tomorrow.